ladies! Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different video. So I've had a few people message me and kind of, they've had their babies and, you know, everything's amazing, but they are not actually breastfeeding and they're wanting to know when their period's going to return. Now, when you breastfeed, you release this hormone that makes your body think that you're pregnant. Now, this is kind of in general, this isn't all cases, so don't be coming at me guys saying, wow, I breastfed and this happened, blah, 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 and my friends and everything. This is just kind of like a general thing. So when you breastfeed, it generally stops your ovulation, and some people tend to use it as birth control. Now, please don't be one of those people that does that, because you may get pregnant, because as your baby starts sleeping through the night, as they start getting older, hopefully your baby starts sleeping a little bit better than when they were a newborn, your hormone levels will dip overnight, and then when you come to feed your baby again, obviously they will go back up. So yeah, that's how you can get pregnant when you're breastfeeding. So be very, very careful please guys, if you are not wanting another pregnancy straight after a newborn. I have heard it happen so many times, and obviously I work in hospitals, so I get to chat to lots of people, and yeah, so be careful. So with my second baby Charlie, I was breastfeeding, and then I believe he had 1 bottle of formula every night, and because my hormone levels were that high, because I was still breastfeeding him every kind of 2 to 3 hours during the day, I didn't actually get my period until he weaned off me. So he weaned off me at 9 months, and then about 1 month, so about 4 to 6 weeks later, I got my first proper period back after he had, you know, stopped feeding. And it was so heavy, so painful, and I was actually at work at the time, and it couldn't have come at the worst possible time ever, because I was not prepared. I didn't have any tampons, I didn't have any pads, I had nothing on me, so that was a bit of a disaster. So yeah, when you stop breastfeeding, if you go cold turkey like Charlie did, then my hormone levels kind of dived, and then a couple of weeks later I ovulated, and then a couple of weeks later after that I got a period. So you will ovulate first before you get your period, which is why I'm saying that if you don't get a period, that doesn't mean that you're not fertile, like you can still get pregnant. Olivia is now 7 weeks old. I can't believe it, it's so exciting. And I'm starting to get period pains, and I'm thinking to myself, what is going on? Like, my baby is exclusively breastfed. I've never given her formula. I've never, you know, like missed a feed or anything, because if for some reason she has a bottle of milk, for example, if I'm out, I had my hair cut the other day, I treated myself for the first time. I gave my husband a bottle of breast milk and he fed her. I then came home and pumped afterwards, so I didn't technically miss a feed, so my body still produced enough milk, and my body didn't think that there was like a longer gap. Now at night, I am extremely lucky, I know, for 7 weeks, she actually goes longer stretches. So during the day I wake her up and she feeds every sort of like 2 to 2.5 hours, and then during the night I feed her at around 10 o'clock, put her down, and she wakes up again at about 2 and then again at about 6. So I'm very, very lucky, because my other 2 boys woke up every 2 hours during the night as well. Charlie would feed for 45 minutes at a time, which was so exhausting because I'd be literally dropping off and blinking myself awake. But yeah, that was really, really hard. Also, I feel like I need to mention this hoodie is actually a breastfeeding one. I got it off Amazon, it was really cheap, and it's got a zip on the side like this, and then you can feed and then you just zip it back down. So yeah, I've also got another sweatshirt from the Milky Tea company, which I love as well. My friend, that's her company, and she's amazing, and they're actually really good quality. So also I have a friend that her periods didn't return straight away after she stopped breastfeeding either, and this can be, for example, if you lose a whole load of weight and your body isn't used to that BMI and your periods kind of dip away for a little while. If you are underweight, like I was when I was younger, I kind of had 1 period and then it was sort of like 1, 2, miss a few type thing. So yeah, I do hope this answers your question. Please leave me comments down below of when your periods returned, and I will see you in my next video. Bye ladies!